fuck, I have to record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get Oddyssey fired up. Dear
Listen,
Kai,
it'll
please
only
stop
take
talking
2 seconds. OBS is very good to me. And I'm very good to it.
OBS
I
is
do
excellent.
need you to shut the fuck up. Not you. OBS specifically. OBS. I did not mean you.
Never mind, we're not having a game anymore because apparently I'm not allowed to talk.
No, you'll do the entire game in mine.
Yeah, does anyone
And
else
I'll
know sign
translate
language?
for you.
Because I don't.
Okay,
I don't know
I'm
how
good.
to do the Mr. Tumbles theme song. That's all I know.
The only sign language word that I can is specifically British Sign Language. The only one I can currently remember is yellow.
Yellow.
Because Jay and I made a fucking joke of it when we started trying to learn BSL.
Amazing.
Hello.
Yellow.
Okay. That's good. It's recording.
I am now recording.
Okay.
I am
To
also
look away from
recording.
Captain Discussion.
Okay, cool.
No shenanigans happened before this point. Definitely not.
Yeah, no, and this is
No,
completely
we're
why we're
good.
starting 15 minutes late, as always.
It's
we
fine.
needed,
We're on time.
we
relatively
needed to
speaking.
talk about Lockie Amogus and Lizz blog.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's two key emojis on
Yeah,
the server.
can we be bothered atting people to come join us, or do we just go at
I
this?
feel like we should have done that a while ago, so
Yeah, I'm gonna-
we're done.
We're just like,
You
yeah,
go
no,
for it.
well,
I'd say at the start of the next arc, we'll both at people and mention in the big first draft house. But at this point, we're like, pardon my French, but balls deep in it, and it would be hard to just jump into that. Although people definitely could.
too late. I've
Well,
just
there's
added
probably
everyone.
like 2 other people who are caught up.
So just goes like this. Too late.
Too
No,
late.
you were very fair. Kai had the baseball bat.
Yeah. Like, Snail, you made an exceptionally good point, and I definitely will be atting everyone at the start of the next session. But also, if people are on this server, they're on this server for this fucking game, so they are going to listen in.
Totally.
whether they
Just in the big draft house, we'll do
Yeah.
it at the beginning of the next.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
Arc.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Anyway, do we want to do countdown and
Yep.
clap and all of
Oh.
that?
Yeah.
I've forgotten everything, man.
It's fine.
It's been so long.
It's like riding the
Well-
bike off a cliff.
Like, we will do...
Yeah, gravity does most of the work.
It's been a month and a half since our last session. We are going to do a real quick recap of who can remember what, when we...
Nice.
Super good. Super duper amazing credible.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Liz?
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Good enough.
Yeah, again.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that,
that'll do.
that sounded horrendous, but you know what, again. Problem
Close
for future,
enough.
Jay.
Yeah, close enough. Which one is this?
Alrighty, in that case... Does it... Okay, it does make some noises when the
No,
fucking
it was
pins
no.
are-
I'm more. Kai's got some
sewing.
work here with some pins, and I was concerned about the pins getting caught on thing and being pulled out because then you'll sit on them.
Oh, they'll be fine. I will notice if a pin goes
You
missing.
didn't last time.
No, that's because you were sitting on it.
No, I wasn't.
Sorry, yeah, no, I've moved on from knitting to sewing because I want to make a puffy pirate shirt.
Oh, Elliot.
That's
fuck
incredible.
yeah.
But anyways, let's do this thing. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Oddyssey. I am Kai, your DM and God. It has been a month and a half since we last played, and we can't remember shit, but we will do the recap after we've introduced everyone. So, Mock, would you care to start?
Hi, I'm Mark. It's been a month and a half since my last session. I'm playing Biff Hitley. She's
Uh-huh.
large.
Yes!
Big.
Yes!
Every time, I will scream at that joke. Every time.
Also, probably a little emotionally compromised, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's also
Just
that.
a little. Just
That's
a
also
little.
that. Hi, I'm Jay, and who was I playing again? I don't remember.
The pink one.
The
Francesca
pink one. Yeah, I was playing the
Steinbeck?
pink one. I think.
I think last time you described it as the most fucked up tabaxi.
Yeah. Okay, jokes aside, yeah, I'm Jay. I'm playing Francesca Elizabeth Steinbeck, aka Frankie, and also still just the world's worst wizard, apparently. I'm not letting that go.
No.
Okay, continue.
You'll let it go when Frankie has earned it.
Yeah, which apparently never.
Hi, hello. My name is Liz. And I've been playing a nice 3D simple shape called Miss Foam. so full of bacteria, so concerned with fire. She is simply just sitting here, guys.
Just a simple shape.
Very simple shit.
Cube!
That's the third time we've made this joke on this recording.
Consider it's the best joke.
Consider we weren't recording before.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right.
Cool.
Congrats, you've just called out past us. So I'm Snail. I'm playing Tsugi. He is the worn, tune-kind monk who is definitely not emotionally compromised by how delicately and well Jerome has handled this situation, because nothing about this situation reflects things that he's been traumatized about in the past. Not at all. He's definitely not wondering why every single time that this sort of thing has come up in his traumatic past, it couldn't have been handled as kindly and warmly and gently as it happened with Jerome. Not at all!
Hey, Snail,
I'm sure
come
it's
over.
fine.
Snail, do you want to come over here for a sec? Do you want to so I can stab you with my fucking pin?
Nah, I'm good
Don't
over
sit down on the couch.
It's your face.
Okay, listen, for realsies, I would take a stabbing if it means I could hug Kai and Jay, but since I can't, I'm gonna pretend it's fine.
Worth it.
It'd be a gentle stab, a loving stab.
That's
All
what
right.
they all say.
You guys can't keep making me laugh. We have to do this.
No, again,
No.
we are in the middle of emotional turmoil in the game world, so we are going to make as many jokes as possible outside the game world.
It's our game. We get to choose the pace.
Exactly. Okay, so where we left off last time, because I did update the plot so far, is as a general recap was you fought a wizard and then he ran away because he was scared of you because he's a little bitch.
Bitch ass as fuck who we're going to definitely kill next time.
If you can. After that, you burnt down a tree. Congratulations, you did burn out a tree. Various little twig bites scattered across the forest because you know what, small fry, not worth it. And then everyone was having a time of it,
We're all
emotionally
having
speaking.
a bit of a moment.
Yeah. Oh, also, Tsugi, you found a cool new stick.
Yeah, Tsugi found a cool
I-
stick. I'm
I
gunning
did
for that fucking
find-
stick, Snail.
Listen, I want to give it to you. It's Tsugi that's the problem. Quote of this entire fucking campaign. I want to do XYZ. It's Tsugi that's the problem.
Mom said it's my turn with the stick.
As soon as I can convince Tsugi that this is appropriate enough, that he can be big enough to give away his cool thing that he stole, I am giving it to you. I just have to get him into a situation where he's willing to do that.
I like how you say stole
you
as
picked it
opposed to
off the
pick
ground.
it up off the ground. Well, I mean, technically we are basically in Jerome's fucking living room. This is his stuff, essentially.
It's a forest. Jerome
As far
doesn't
as
really have
Frankie
a
is
concept of
concerned.
ownership, so...
Eh.
As far as Frankie is concerned, Tsugi might as well have stolen it.
yeah,
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Though frankly, no. She one of the many failed dice rolls was a failed perception check. She doesn't know it exists.
Nice.
Yet.
And then yeah, we also had sad times
Hey,
with
Mark,
Biff.
do you wanna
We had sad
explain
times
what
with
the
Biff.
fuck you did to your girl?
Yeah,
I
we...
didn't do this.
Again, we left this off on a hug.
Yeah.
Mock,
Yeah.
what's going through Biff's head right now?
She's just kind of buffering, you know, like you do. I almost want to like skip 5 minutes ahead to where she's still ugly crying, but like is starting to like wrap it up, and she definitely does the thing where she wipes her nose with her sleeve, and it's just all snot.
Oh, that's
Oh,
okay.
gross! Heart
Gross,
emoji.
bless her.
Jerome frequently sleeps in the dirt. He does not mind. He does not
Nice.
care.
Yo, this guy's great.
So like,
We just want to pick him up and put him in our pocket as we continue on with the rest of our adventure.
he's taller
okay?
than all of you. I
Yeah.
don't think he'll fit in a pocket.
Is he taller than Biff? I don't think
Yeah,
he's
he
tall.
is.
Is he taller
I
than
think,
Biff?
yeah, it was,
That's
it was
really
like a couple
tall.
of,
I think it was comparable,
I think
but
it's
probably
like,
has like an edge of a couple inches. or
yeah, no, I
something.
think it was the height that he kind of stands at, because he's very much like hunched forward, slouched over kind of thing. He's probably about even with Biff.
If he
Yeah,
were to
yeah,
ever
yeah, that was
straighten
stand up
up,
straight, then like he'd be near a whole head taller. So
Oh, bless.
But just like mass-wise, Biff is still definitely
Oh, yeah.
bigger.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
no, that's for sure. Because Jerome is a twig.
Literally in some places, I'm sure.
Hey.
Okay.
He's also a mushroom.
But yeah, Biff, Jerome will hold on to you basically as long as that you hold on to him. He is happy to just kneel on the ground, and he can be very, very patient. And he understands that sometimes you do just gotta have a bit of a cry. So, this is up to you, and or the rest of the party, depending on what they're doing.
I mean,
Yeah, y'all got like 5 minutes unsupervised.
yeah, Tsugi doesn't love the fact that they're still next to the giant tree that took over his mind.
Consider
but
the smoldering remains of the giant tree.
Thank
Uh-huh.
you, thank you.
Okay.
yes, true, but they are still like really out in the open. Like there's big fire tree. If anybody wants to find the big fire tree, they'll find them. And also like the pustules have like all popped, but there's still like the dried up, no longer useful remnants of the stuff that controlled his brain. And he's not comfortable staying here, but he's
it's
not
generally
going
just
to
a bad place to
stop
be.
this. So he's sort of like keeping an eye out. Do you want me to make a perception check? Just very generally of like uncomfortable looking away from the crying.
I mean, I don't think you need... yeah, you make a perception check.
Roll higher than a, what was it, like a 22, 23? It's been a month and a half.
It's been a while.
Give a guidance, because Miss Foam would also be less. She's concerned. She was concerned about the fire a little bit, but if it's dying down, it's fine. But if she sees Sugi do this, she'll give
She's like,
guidance.
Sugi's looking around, hang on.
Yeah.
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 Okay, on a 13, yeah, you have a look around, and frankly, you don't really see very much. The weird haze that was clogging up the air and making things difficult to see at anything of a distance is starting to clear up. You are starting to get, not necessarily, yes, the sky is blue and sunny and everything's coming out, but you can actually make out clouds in the sky, and it is a cloudy day, so things are still kind of grey, but it's not foggy and hazy as before. You can see the remnants of the trees that were actually, frankly, mostly briar bushes that are surrounding the clearing where the tree once was. They kind of turned ashy. They already looked half dead, but now they look even more so, and all the purple...
Full dead?
Yeah, they're just completely dead.
Three-quarters dead.
It's the sort of thing where, like, if you go and poke them, they'd probably just collapse it on themselves.
Oh boy.
And the other thing is, all the purple veins that were spreading across the forest floor have withered and gone black and are still. Other than that, though, everything is silent and everything is still.
It's not silent, just to be clear.
Okay.
Okay, aside
Other
from
than
this,
you guys.
Aside from Biff's very loud sobbing.
aside
Yeah,
from lots
no,
of
it's-
the
it's
really
It's
loud
dramatic.
crying.
It's. I mean, comical would be the word if we were not aware of the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So let's go with cathartic instead.
Sure, if you want. I do think once she's kind of done and once she's like wiped her face, she just kind of stands up and like takes up like a post or something and just like waits.
Oh my god, Biff, you need to stop! I love you, bitch! I am gonna stop loving you! Bitch!
Biff.
Oh god.
Like, yeah, I don't think you... So, you cannot understand Jerome, because as far as I'm aware, you
No,
didn't
I'm
actually
just
No, wait,
touch
did
I was
the
Frankie-
trying
languages
to
thing.
remember. I was
No.
trying to remember how much we could understand each other before I
was-
started talking
Oh, I think
again.
was Miss Foam translating?
Yeah, Miss Foam
Yeah,
was
Miss Foam
translating
was
before.
translating.
And
Yeah.
It's all good.
yeah, Jerome didn't actually say anything to Biff. It was just kneeling down and
It was
hugging.
just like,
So
yeah.
at this point, when Biff gets up, Jerome's still kneeling on the ground, gonna look over. Ms. Foam, are you still in the nearby vicinity?
yes, she's probably standing by Sui because guidance is touch.
Yeah, that is fair. I think, yeah, he will look over to you and just quietly, may you take Biff and find firewood? It is probably not wise to use any gestures towards the remains of the Gulthias tree, and just may have to go for a little while, but enough for a campfire. Enough for tonight, please?
That we should be able to do. Did you want to set up camp? Yeah, or whatever.
Here, there is work for me to do. We may leave.
Understandable.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, have a nice day. Yeah, Miss Foam will then step over to Biff and say, Biff, dear, and Jerome asked us to collect firewood so that we can
Looks at the burning tree.
not no not that one.
No touching that one.
Just a thought.
Wood further than here, once that is safer, and then we shall return here and set camp. Would you be able to do that?
Yeah.
And then I don't know, did the others hear that? She'll just turn around and look at Frankie and Tsugi.
I was gonna say Biff might just start walking.
I mean,
Yeah, no. If Biff does that, Frankie is just gonna start a little bit like, oh, with me, and she's going to tag along with Biff on our firewood collecting mission.
Okay, great, because Tsugi was going to be really split between either staying with Frankie or going with them. But if Frankie's going with them, he's gonna like start walking, turn around and notice that Jerome isn't moving, and like because he can see a good distance away, because his passive perception is so good, he's gonna like sort of jog back and sort of like, you know, that hopping step that people do when they're in the middle of jobbing, but they're technically standing still, and he sort of like points at Jerome, points a thumb back, question mark with his shoulders, doing a shrug, like, is he okay being left entirely alone? Can Tsugi go with? What's the sitch? Pantomime.
Jerome is like, yeah, when you go with him, he kind of as soon as Biff starts walking and like that seems to be, and also someone is going with Biff, Jerome will turn away, reach into his cloak to some inner pockets and pull out just a handful of mixed seeds.
Yes.
And just
Pocket seeds.
Yeah, pocket seeds, and just he's still kneeling on the ground, and he's just very gently pushes them into the soil, covers them up, and then he's going to cast the short version of plant growth.
Ooh.
Yeah, baby.
Which means that very, very quickly, all normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on that point, that's actually literally just the seeds that Jerome planted and nothing else.
Oh boy.
Become thick and overgrown. So it's more meant to be to cause difficult terrain for people to walk over. Jerome specifically planted a bunch of seeds for fruit trees so that y'all will have some fruit to eat.
Aww.
And also a couple of these fruit trees have rather large leaves, so then he very carefully harvests them and places them out on the ground so that you guys aren't going to be sleeping on straight rock. You have some, because also I will say this is because Jerome is a little bit being a little bit cautious here and doesn't want you lying on the veins even if they do seem dead.
On the cursed ground.
Some quasi-magical leaves on top of that is probably a good idea. So here, that's him beginning
Desecrated
to
ground, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Fucking basically.
Okay, so
As far
So
as
I
divine
have-
sense is concerned.
I am genuinely ambivalent, as in feel strongly about both directions, and neither one is stronger than the other. So I am 100% flexible. If the narrative would like for Tsugi to stay with Jerome, he will go, okay, still sort of like an employer-employee situation. Probably a bad idea to leave this guy alone and stay, even though he can't communicate with Jerome. If the narrative wants the whole group to be able to go together and like have a big crying cuddle pile, Tsugi will go, he's fine on his own. What does everybody slash the DM slash the narrative as a whole need?
What does Sugi need?
I will let you as players decide this, because as a DM, I kind of put this session aside for a lot of characters needing to talk at each other, so...
Oh my god, bless you so much, Kai. Yeah, okay, so normal thinking Tsugi would be like, okay, at least one person should stay. Splitting up so that only one person is left behind is a bad idea. But this is Tsugi, who's been possessed 3 times in the last half hour, who then saw a lot of trauma and yada blah, blah, blah. He's going with the rest of the party. He's just gonna be like, okay, cool, so you're cool, you're fine. There's like nothing here for fucking miles. I'm just go, and then he casts Expeditious Retreat to catch up with the other guys because he is not. Again, logic him would stay so that nobody is left entirely alone, but he can't even talk to the guy, so it can't even like vent his emotions. So he and surely Biff needs to vent emotions, not him. So he's going with the rest of the party.
No, when Tsugi is still looking kind of like dithery at that point, Frankie will just be like, I'm fairly certain he's a minor deity of some kind, darling. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Minor deity, but it can't even talk to us? What kind of minor deity doesn't have...
All right,
What
a
is
minor
it,
deity
control
who lives
languages?
in a forest and doesn't talk to a lot of people.
Control languages.
Control language.
Bend it to my will.
Make you
Control languages of
understand
languages.
me.
Nope. 0.
No.
Everybody shut up.
No. None.
Tower of Babel situation.
I think there would be a lot less talking if Jerome did have his way in terms of that,
I
frankly.
mean, yeah.
We're all very loud.
Past silence.
Stop it.
Yeah, I can control languages. Boom.
Oh wait. I guess Miss Foam would interject if everyone's here, saying like, who has the speaking stone?
Oh,
Good
shit, yeah,
question.
who does have the
was
speaking
it
stone?
me or was it Snail? One of us
I
had the speaking
believe
stone.
it's Frankie.
I think it was
But
Frankie.
let me just double check my items, because I try to always notate down when I have it. So if I don't have it, then
I'm pretty sure it was Frankie,
does.
but also there is a chance that Tsugi kind of stole it off you last time you were talking to the doctors.
Point. If I don't have it written down, but if Snail doesn't have it, I'm just going to say Frankie has them, and I'll put...
Yeah, let's just say Frankie has it. If in the past Tsugi had it, he handed it over to Frankie because it was making a weird crackly sound.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
Oh no,
it.
I think Frankie does have them because we did attempt to check in with them before.
Yeah, your
and
last...
we were in the middle of the no-go magic zone.
Yeah,
and we didn't manage to get any kind of signal whatsoever. So yeah,
Yeah.
Frankie still
Oh, but then we did get a signal.
no, I
tried-
swear, didn't you try to contact them at
We
some
did it
point
again.
when you... I was going to say, like, when
the
you
cave.
actually started into the
Yeah.
blighted section.
Yeah,
and
yeah, we did.
And
Yeah.
you couldn't get
And
them.
it
Oh,
was
that's what you're... Okay.
Yeah, like more recently than that. And Kai said it was
Okay,
probably
okay.
a good thing because if we had managed to make any kind of contact and then immediately hung up, we probably would have made things worse for ourselves in terms of being tracked down.
Yes,
So
fine.
Anyway, long and short of that is yes, Frankie has the mobile stones and is going to pass one. So, as requested.
But yeah, she would like grab it and sort of try and make the sigil work and see if there is currently a reception.
Good news. There is still a fair bit of static, so oh god, there needs to be like some sort of communication role for what would you stand
Didn't
like?
we go up to like a hill last time?
Yeah, I mean,
And that basically helped. Can Ms. Foam climb a tree? Can Ms. Foam climb a tree and like have the conversation up there?
Miss Phone become monkey.
I will tell you right now. You can still climb a tree if you want. I'll tell you right now, it won't make much of a difference.
Boo.
But it's more kind of like there's leftover magical radiation from all the
Would it
bullshit.
be Arcana then?
1 moment.
I think Arcana's probably going to be the closest. It means operating like a magical device, right?
No, because I'm
Then
thinking it's
Arcana
also...
is intelligence.
Actually, you know what? Just make me either an intelligence save or a wisdom save. It is up to you, because the point
Oh, we're
isn't you're
doing
trying
saves.
to magically. The point isn't trying to magically operate the device. It's there is enough static that it's the equivalent of talking over a bad connection, trying to hear what the doctors are actually saying
okay.
and getting them to hear you is a completely different matter.
Guidance.
Oh,
Guidance.
Alright, give me a second. I had that, but you said intelligence or wisdom save?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Then I'll just do this. 11.
11.
Ah.
Okay. Well, it's a bad connection. You're going to be catching like every third word, but you can at least hear it's more than nothing but like your audio processing skills are not as abysmal as they could be, basically.
Surprising.
God, I wish that were
that
me.
was me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Same joke! Same joke!
It's just all of us, though.
Yeah.
It's just all
Good.
of us.
Good hustle, gang.
Amazing.
Is that like that handshake meme, but with like the four people in it?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was referencing. Yes,
Yeah.
all good memes.
Okay.
Question: Tsugi does have expeditious retreat right now. If Tsugi picked up Miss Foam and ran so that he was still in visible distance from the rest of the group, but further away from the radiation, would that amount of distance affect things at all, or is it like in this sort of range that we're in, it's that bad?
It's the entire range thing. Also, if you went too far ahead, you have a chance of encountering spiders again.
Yeah, we gotta remember the
Yeah,
spiders
no,
are
totally.
still out there. We're still in their house. Spider-infested forest. They live there!
Not for long. Especially not
We
if
don't
there's-
know if they live here, to be fair.
I mean, we think we did, didn't we?
They-
I think we...
We don't know if they're native.
Didn't
They
we?
I
could,
don't
be, they could be an invasive species.
I thought Rose said they weren't like this. I know what, it's fine. We'll ask him if we come around. But no, yeah, we have to find a tree that isn't just a straw. I guess.
Yeah.
Miss Foam sort of like hearing the static and every other word. We'll like do the thing where you cover the speaker microphone so it's not like audible, and say like, I believe it would be better to contact them when we are not affected by this haze.
All right, hand it up though.
She hands it up like questioningly.
Tsugi like turns away from the group, holds the stone right next to his mouth, and he says, "We're not dead. We're fine." And he hands the stone back to Miss Foam.
She takes it, looks at it, covers the speaker again, and says, "They could have just heard we're dead."
Yeah, that's on them. I tried, man.
She takes the speaker. What does she hear?
Yeah, well,
No, I
what
was going to say,
happens?
because the standing speaky doesn't work unless like you're pressing the root and everything. But I will say, for a moment, the camera cuts back to Inkwell, and specifically, it's the doctor's lab. You cut back just in time to see Dr. Weird fall off a bunk bed because
Amazing.
it's 6 a.m. over there.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Nice.
So you
Oh, well.
guys
Nice
don't hear
job,
it 'cause
everybody.
it's not how standy speakies work, but there is just this
Clunk.
and then he kind of like drags himself up onto the table and picks up and is just like, oh.
Fine. I got you. I got the Foley work.
Amazing.
I think we
just kind of
talking at
turns, it's like turns around and looks at Buff, and he's just kind of just like, is still very much asleep. So, yeah. Tsugi's not dead. Oh, well, good for him. And rolls over.
Nailed it.
This game. I love this game.
Sentiment delivered.
It's fine, they know,
got it.
right? It's good.
I mean, the
too early in the
rest of the
morning for this
crew,
shit.
who knows? But at least Tsugi, who's yelling, is specifically not dead.
Mhm.
Look, if any of them were gonna die first, it would be Tsugi, so I think it's at least encouraging.
Yeah, I mean, Tsuki's been doing pretty okay so far.
I mean, I would be insulted, but you also are kind of right. So I can't even. I don't even have it in me to be insulted.
Oh man.
Okay, but yeah, so you don't really have any confirmation. I think you would have heard at least a little bit of mumbling that sounded maybe vaguely like someone talking. Though whether that was the static or Tsugi Tibbet still being half asleep, it's up to you guys.
I think
Tsugi,
Miss Foam-
echo.
Echo.
I think Ms. Foam is right, dear, when she says that perhaps we should wait. We shouldn't try to contact them right now. A little later.
Hey, I handed it back to her. He sort of like folds his arm behind his head in that very laissez-faire, I'm definitely totally casual, just like, I'm not the one who's still trying to talk to him, man.
Yes, well, as long as we agree.
Yeah. Miss Rome tucked it away into her hammer space.
Okay, but write that down, because we
Yeah,
won't remember
yeah.
this.
Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah. Okay, deleting mobile stone from my inventory.
Thank
Got
you.
Standy speaking in inventory.
Brilliant.
I
Okay,
know
now
it
we're
wasn't
good.
standy speaking. I'm going to be saying mobile stone
It's more
because
fun.
that's just what's in my brain, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Consider that's what Frankie's family calls it. It's a dialect thing.
But
Oh,
no,
really?
yeah.
Where? From where?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Shit.
It was a good
Upstate
attempt.
New York.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Fuck. God.
Snail, that was terrible.
I'm trying to make a steamed hams reference anyway. So
I'm sorry.
it
I
was
have
very
not
obscure.
seen the show, so
That's you only need to know the one clip is all. It's fine. Someone thought it was funny, I'm sure. Shout out to you.
and
the
we
future.
love you, random citizen.
Oh,
Remember to like,
man.
comment, subscribe if you understood the joke.
So, as much as
Oh.
I love this fourth wall breaking, you benevolent, not so benevolent players, what the fuck are we doing? Us little peons down here?
Wood
Picking up
collecting.
sticks, baby.
Yeah, picking up sticks.
Yeah,
Mostly
but Tsugi
collect.
didn't hear that. That's
No,
why
Miss
he's
Farm
asking.
said it.
Oh, shoot. Did you?
I'm sort of. I mean, she said it to Biff if Tsugi was listening. But
That's on Tsugi.
oh man. But also she replied to Tsugi. We are here to collect wood for a fire so we can rest and recover.
All right. But I'm guessing, so he pokes a tree like a ginger poke, but you said they would sort of like crumble. Does his tunishness affect the tree to the point that all of it crumbles, or does it follow its own reality, where just the part that he pokes crumbles?
You know what? I think there's kind of a split second where the tree operates under its own rules. So the bit that you poke kind of crumbles inwards in a hollow, and then it's all still for a second, and then A, Toon rules kicks in, B, where you poked obviously was some sort of support thing, because the whole thing just pauses, and then
Just dust everywhere.
into a cloud of dust. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Frankie.
Now things are working fine.
Yes, maybe avoid the ones that look like they're going to turn into powder or possibly still have some kind of first residue.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Can I get away with rolling investigation instead of survival? We're looking for firewood.
You know what? Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you.
I just want to say, I think Biff has been trying to pick up like sticks, and then when they disintegrate in her hand, she's like, "All right, next."
Just gotta keep trying.
I love
Just gonna keep trying.
I love her. Okay, yeah, Frankie, with a 14, I will say you are the... Alright, we will get back to
I'm
Tsugi's
sorry.
crit fail in a sec.
I was trying to help. I didn't help.
Frankie, with a
okay.
14, you are actively investigating the trees. You're not so much looking for firewood as going to one tree and doing a really thorough look at it, an inspection, and then deciding whether or not it would be useful or not. Most of the ones that you are coming across, especially at the start of things, they fall more into the crumble into ash kind of side of things. But as the four of you keep walking and kind of keep getting a little bit further away from the center of the forest, and the briars die back, you still come across dead trees, but there's at least enough wood still there that you can probably burn it. And the good news is, because it's so dead and dried out, it will probably burn really well and really cleanly. So you don't find heaps, but it takes, and you're going to be at this for a while, but you manage to find enough for a campfire for the night, as long as it's going to be a smaller campfire.
Hooray! Specifically.
Hi, would you like to consider though? It's one big tree.
One really.
You know what? I will also accept that.
Or I guess
Nice.
one medium-sized tree.
Like you come across one.
They find one tree.
You find one decent sized tree. It looked like originally it was
Like it's
big
dead.
enough that it could resist the blight for a little bit longer than a lot of the smaller trees around it, which is partially why it isn't quite as dead as the others, but it's still dead. And you find your one tree, and thank you, Frankie. You are the one who identified
Thank you.
it.
Finally, the rolls are useful.
Just rips
for
the entire
something.
tree out of the ground.
I was literally just going to say that Frankie would, once having found this thing, call Biff over, point out what, having seen that Biff is trying to pick sticks up and they just sort of keep dissolving, point out like, well, this is what you're looking for, and this is the colour, and like if you just keep an eye out for this kind of thing, and then Biff just like goes and picks the whole thing up.
The whole tree.
Now, problem is...
Like a dog with an oversized stick. But not in her mouth. But that's the vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's
Kai
fair.
is googling
You make
how
me
much
roll?
do trees weigh.
You know.
Maybe you could hit it with the hammer. The wrench, just give it a smack.
You cannot pick up the whole tree unless you can carry about a ton.
I mean,
Okay.
Like
so
a literal
That's a big
ton.
tree.
Can like that is how much a normal tree.
How
would-
many pounds is a ton? Hang on.
Dead
What's
trees
the
are lighter
D&D
though,
carrying
right?
weight? Hold on now.
It's about 2,000 tons. Now, admittedly, it is dead. It is dried up, so I will accept that it will be about call it a quarter lighter. So if you can
Yeah,
pick
hang
up
on, let me just see D&D
1,500
strength.
pounds.
Carrying capacity.
Yep.
Your
is the
strength
stuff
score
that we live for,
multiplied by
guys.
15. Hang on. Let me just get a real quick.
And Tsugi, I don't think I have forgotten that crit fail on survival.
Oh, good.
Oh, don't worry. I would never assume such
Okay,
a
so
thing.
so this carrying capacity is 270 pounds.
I don't.
No,
think...
that's like way less
Yeah,
than a tree.
sadly,
Um,
you cannot have a whole tree. Maybe snap off
it
one of the
is-
larger branches.
Yeah, it's one of the it's one of those trees that has all the big branches near
Yeah.
the bottom,
Yeah.
and then it goes out. So it is just like an entire big branch.
Yeah, I will accept this. Do make me a strength roll real quick. You can carry it no matter what. I just want to see how easy a time you'll have of carrying it.
Do you want just plain strength or like athletics?
Just plain strength, really, because athletics is very slightly different. 15. Yeah, okay, you can carry it. It's not lightweight, but you don't have any issues with even dragging it behind you.
Hooray! Big stick.
Big stick.
Oh, you know that it's really long, and so she turns and like knocks a bunch of the like trees into dust around.
Yeah.
Do we need to roll dex?
I mean, yeah, if you want to roll dex to avoid getting hit by it.
I think it'd be funny because
And I
save.
say Miss Foam doesn't have
No.
to because she's so short.
She's
Yeah, I was gonna say.
whereas Frankie is close by and also 6 feet tall.
Well, this is what happened to Tsugi.
Yep.
This is how the natural one manifests.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 10's fine.
10.
Get bonked.
Yeah, I was just like, you kind of
Cool.
like, I reckon you probably managed to dodge the first one and then as
Stand
Biff
straight
swings
up and it
back-
comes right back at you.
Tsugi, meanwhile, while you have been supposedly looking for sticks, you got a little bit distracted by looking at the various briar and bramble bushes, and you're fairly sure you found some blackberries.
No!
Ah,
It's
Nailed it.
blackberry season, right?
I mean,
Here in the dead
surely,
forest, yeah.
surely universally it's blackberry. Kai, I love you. I pray that this is poison. 'Cause I swear to God, if you make him get possessed for a 4th time in the same day, I will strangle you before your wedding.
He's not gonna get possessed again. It's okay. And also, again, you
Okay.
found them. Whether or not you eat them is up to you.
What's the point of leaving them?
Well, I mean,
It's a
They're
nice
just gonna
little
go to
trap.
waste otherwise. It's
I
not
was
like
gonna
there's
say-
any animals here to eat them.
I mean, it's the sort of thing of like, oh, hey guys, I found some blackberries. Everyone else, no.
Yeah, but is Tsugi gonna share?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think he is going to pick these blackberries. Do you need me to roll to not get like pricked if there are briars?
Nah. I'm gonna say like you can just kind of pick them. You're all right.
I feel like he is dumb enough to pop one in his mouth, but he is saving the rest of them, like putting them in a little bag, stuffing them in his hammer space.
Okay.
So do with that what you will. Oh, not benevolent DM, but he hasn't eaten a lot of them. He's
Okay.
only had one.
Okay, make me a con save.
Thank you. Absolutely. Anything for you. Let me just pull up my freaking constitution.
That's
Okay.
diarrhea for later.
15.
Hey,
all
a
right.
15.
I'm
Okay.
getting really strong
All right.
flashbacks to that Hunger Games simulator that was really popular in like 2016.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I will.
Some Hungry Games?
Hungry Games.
Hunger Games, baby.
Sorry, go on.
Okay, with a 15, Tsugi, I gotta say right now, you do not notice any adverse effects for the moment, and I will say even later on, you're not gonna be dealing with anything serious. You're gonna have a couple of stomach cramps, and, like, you're maybe gonna have to go to the toilet a couple more times than you realistically want to, but it's not going to be adverse enough that it will impact gameplay, so...
Yeah, it's not gonna lose me hit points.
No lost hit points, no, oh no, you're sick and need to recover or need medicine. It's just kind of like, well, that was a mistake, sort of thing.
Do they
At
taste
least
good though?
he's keeping it to himself for once.
They're a bit bland.
No, that's not even good.
Yeah.
No,
Shit.
it's not even good for like that's more worrying in berries.
They're just a bit, like, it's the sort of thing, like, you know when it's either, like, the second or the third set of blackberries of the season sort of one, because it's the first ones
Yeah.
that are always the sweetest and taste the most, but when you get later in the season, they're kind of there, and they've got the right texture, but they're kind of just mushy and bland. That's
Yeah.
kind of what it is.
Ugh.
But they're still blackberries, so like
You're certain they're blackberries.
Oh my god.
definitely. He saw the leaves of 3, and that means blackberry.
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
The intonation. Okay, but everyone else, congrats, you found some firewood.
We found it.
It's gonna be like another half-hour hike back to the main clearing, back to the center. I will be nice and say you know the path, mostly because of the trail of destroyed trees in your wake.
Yeah,
fine.
we left marks for us. It's fine.
But yeah, this is back to you guys. Are there more
This is why
conversations
Biff
you want to
is
have?
actually extremely good in a forest setting.
Just bulldoze.
You don't need breadcrumbs.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say Biff should retire and become a lumberjane.
Lumberjane.
Fuck yeah.
Ayy.
Punch the trees.
So
Yeah, she does punch them.
Minecraft.
Oh my god. Square.
Tsugi. Okay, I
That's his
want
home.
Tsugi to sidle over to Biff and make sure she's okay, but I am worried if he does so, he's
He's
gonna
gonna get hit
offer
by the
some of
tree.
his sweet blackberries. What's Biff's constitution? Is it more than +1?
Her con's good if I recall. She's a paladin, so yeah, she's got a good con.
Okay. Well, fuck, I guess we're doing this. Tsugi does, like, move over to Biff's side that is not tree facing, because he did see what happened to Frankie, even as he was looking at these sick-ass blackberries. And he, like, sort of tries to walk casually, but you know when you're trying to walk casually, you've never looked less casual in your goddamn life. So he's sort of like looking away, looking at the trees. They sure are burnt. And then
So
he
do you
sort
have
of
any
like,
kind of problem with your pants?
sorry, what?
No, you're walking funny.
No, you're walking funny, almost like you're carrying half a fucking tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure are. Listen, he is going to roll hammer space, get a 5, pull back out the pouch of definitely blackberries.
I really wanted him to fumble.
Yeah.
I know, it would have been so cute if he fumbled, but he didn't. Like, take out a handful and then put the rest back in his hammer space and say, look, I don't tell the others because they'll get jealous, but I found some blackberries and I figured you could use them, get your strength back and all that. Please feel free to roll survival on it since you're the one who actually knows.
I might, should I? I don't know if Biff's gonna like consider this.
Yes, but Biff
Maybe we can
actually
all look.
knows plants.
Yeah, I suppose like Biff, you have established that you do know at least something about plants.
That is true.
If you want to roll survival, and then go ahead. I will not stop you. Also, if you think Biff is trusting and or gullible enough to just take Tsugi's offer and put the berries in her mouth without even looking at them, that's also up to you.
God, I'm just like because it's Tsugi. that could go either way, huh?
Yeah.
So you should definitely investigate.
Flip a coin.
Cool. Do you want me to make a perception or like a nature?
No, make this either nature or survival. I'll leave that up to you.
Okay. Technically, I have a better nature score.
Ayy.
Taxonomy.
10.
They're
Well-
blackberries are really easy to identify.
They're berries and they're black.
Like I will say a 10 is high enough that you're not certain they're blackberries. That's like it's
my
just
God.
enough like have that tiny iota of doubt, but also they could be. You're not sure, especially as once again you're on the opposite side of the world, and plants are different here.
Only one way to find out.
Oh my
Oh boy.
god.
But
Yeah,
I will
I'll show
teeth
you.
voice.
Shove them in your gob.
How many do you eat?
Sugi, how many were there?
Okay, so Tsugi handful,
Yeah, it was all of
but his
them.
hands are also small.
Like 5?
I was gonna say 5 or 6. Let's go with 5.
I'm gonna roll you 2d6 and say that you
Great.
picked 8
8,
berries.
ooh.
Oh.
Great.
So you ate one of
Awesome.
them. You ate one of them, so that's 7 berries. Biff. Oh god, what's the best way to fucking do this? Please make me con save with disadvantage because of how many you've had.
Uh-huh.
I know
Yeah.
this is happening. I will say, didn't Biff said she had an iron stomach?
She. Oh, Well,
Yeah, no, that's no, because aren't don't paladins get
She
some sort of
can't-
resistance to poisoning?
Oh,
does
you're
she? I know she
right.
can't. She's immune to disease,
Ooh,
Okay, that was the question.
That
but
was it,
Disease
not
that was
versus
it.
poison.
no,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I don't
Nope,
know. Maybe
GG's.
there's a thing in the future, but
No
4.
whammies.
Wow.
Crit fail, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, 4 on a natural one.
good job, Tsugi.
One moment, let me
We
look
have
up
done it.
fucking poisons.
Guys, great work.
Good hustle,
Phenomenal.
team.
Excellent.
Let me look
Incredible.
up poisons.
God damn it. Tsugi,
Okay,
you
well,
fucking idiot.
You are
Amazing
going
work,
to be
everybody.
taking the condition poisoned. You now have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
I need to figure out which exact poison this is.
I'm very sorry, but it was in character.
It was.
Is the
It was a
fucking
very
thing.
sweet notion.
It was
Yeah.
very sweet.
It is appreciated.
Just unfortunately,
Like, it
Wally
will-
fought through.
And I will say it takes half an hour before it kicks in, so you will have time to get back to
Nice.
the camp that Jerome is making. Because like, when
Excellent.
you do eat berries and everything, it does take a bit of time to kick in.
Depends on the berry.
Oh, true. But yeah,
Well, these ones it takes a while.
these one like it takes a little bit, and but yeah, you're gonna be poisoned. You are going to be dealing with severe stomach cramps and throwing up, and just generally, it's not even
Just a bad time.
even with a 1, it's not gonna be enough to kill you, but you're gonna have a really
Definitely a bit enough
miserable
to kill them.
next.
You're gonna do a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really, really miserable next 3 days unless you get any kind of medicinal help.
Jerome!
Good thing we have a nature god hanging out.
Could have taken
Tsugi, you
That poor
protection from
sloth.
poison.
That
Could have
poor
taken protection
sloth.
from poison. It's still the same day.
Mock handshakes. I was also looking at my list and I was like, I see. Well,
Wait.
GG.
Run out of spell slots?
No, I'm not out of spell slots, so
Ah,
I
fair
didn't
enough.
take protection from poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Biff's got one single first level spell slot. That's it. She can't even do like a lesser restoration right now.
Okay.
Good times.
Thankfully, Jerome has lesser restoration, so you're all good.
So we're fine for now.
You're
But
fine for now, but yeah, you continue your walk back. Are there any other interactions or things that you guys want to do while you're headed back? And like before you meet up with Jerome again, basically.
I do want to suggest the image of Miss Phone trying to help. Is the tree being dragged? Or is it being like lifted off the ground?
I think Biff started off lifting it off the ground, and as we've gotten closer, she's had to drag it.
oh,
Oh no.
There would be a point where it's dragging and Miss Phone would attempt to try and like carry it on the other side.
no.
I place it down. Do you want me to do anything, or do you just leave it as her just
She's trying.
trying to? Yeah.
If you want, make me a strength roll.
Let's go, you fucking cube.
Cube.
You funky little cube.
Alright.
Haha, we can all go talk about our feelings.
No,
No.
No, we all
I'm-
refuse to do that. I'm
will
sorry.
not. 10.
She's
Tense
trying.
this session.
Okay, yeah. I will say, yeah, with a 10, it's you are making a spirited attempt. It does actually, you are probably helping a teeny bit. You're not helping very much, though.
It's a little bit to count.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's real good.
So yeah, congratulations. You guys eventually get back to camp. By the time that you do, Biff, you've got serious stomach cramps. You have serious stomach cramps.
Bleh.
But congratulations, you drop the branch on the ground. Jerome kind of just looks up a little bit baffled. It's like, oh well, that wasn't the firewood I was expecting, but
You asked us for firewood and we brought back a big log.
yeah, I suppose we
Hey.
came up with this.
Pretty close.
It's close enough.
It's the best we got. Everything's dead out there. It's a real dead crowd out there. Oof.
Biff, darling, are you feeling okay? You're looking a little peaky.
Yep.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
you want to go and have a little bit of a lie down anyway?
Yep.
Okay. I'll come and see how you're doing in a little bit, alright, dear?
Yeah, she just falls over right there.
Oh, dear.
She's fine.
Okay. I'm just falling over. That's not good. It would
The dust clears.
medicine, I suppose. Yeah. You want me to do a medicine check?
Please, anyone?
I
It's
can
worth a
also do
shot.
a medicine check. Frankie,
I
are
got
you doing
18.
the medicine?
She's
Oh,
fine. This is
boy!
just how she's chosen to lay down.
I will say,
No.
like, yeah, as soon as Biff collapses, Jerome's also running over, because, like, he was starting to make the place nice. He's even got some of the other big leaves and folded them up to make pillow-type kind of things. Then,
Oh,
yeah, so Jerome and Frankie
it's fine.
quickly kneeling over. Yeah, with a 19, they can work out, oh, this seems like a poisoning.
Like,
this
oh,
is
this'll
stomach
suck.
cramps. This is most likely from something that has been eaten, and you all haven't really had any food since the short rest, and at the short rest you all ate the same thing.
Yeah, Frankie is just trying to work out, because is the kind of person just to pick up strange fruit in the wild and put it in her mouth, but she knows more about plants than that. I didn't see her eat
Doesn't
anything.
not necessarily. I like to imagine she has like a bunch of knowledge on like a few things.
She's a specialist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She knows
We
about
love it.
orchids.
she
Would
does.
love to see it.
Well, no, she doesn't know enough to identify it though, does she?
What's the daffodil?
Did either of you two see Biff eat anything while we were out?
What? Why? I didn't do it.
Jerome is actually like kind of specifically kneeling over your head. Biff, how did you fall? Face up, face down, on your
Oh,
side?
just face down.
Okay.
It's fine.
Jerome will have kind of grabbed your shoulder and shoved you onto your side specifically so he can check your lips and see the berry stains.
Sorry, I'm trying to be serious here, but it's just very funny.
And it's just kind of like, looks down at this, looks up at Frankie, looks over at Tsugi.
Whatever you guys are looking at me for, I definitely didn't do
Tsugi,
it. What the fuck is happening?
Tsugi,
What?
Tsugi,
Yeah.
it would,
Yeah.
if, theoretically, you did just hand over unidentified fruit to one of our party, it would be extremely useful to us if we knew what those berries looked like, so we can determine whether or not she's just going to have a very bad time for a few days, or whether you have just killed one of our party members.
It's just fucking blackberries. I know what a blackberry
Well, obviously
looks
it's not. Do you have any? Do you have any left?
Tsugi has one left, right? Because he gave Biff 6, and he had 1, but he had 8 from the bush.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, you've still got one left that you're maybe saving for yourself for later or something.
I mean, just
Great work.
give me a fucking second.
Now fumble.
Oh, oh, damn it.
I would love it if he did, but he's determined. Ever since he's had his hammer space all fucked up, he's apparently determined that it won't happen again. So he pulls out the bag, which is mostly empty, and sort of like holds it out. He definitely not guiltily. He definitely doesn't think he's done anything wrong, and if he did think he did anything wrong, he certainly wouldn't let it show on his face. Now would he?
Yeah, Frankie snatches it. Can I go off that medicine check to see if I get it right, or do you want me to roll the thing again, or because I have some kind of idea what it might be?
Okay, you're fairly sure that this is going to be poisonous. You don't know enough about plants to be able to identify it straight up, I would say. So, like, you kind of looking this, and I reckon you know enough to go.
I hold it out to Jerome, and
yeah.
just hold it up and just sort of look questioningly.
Yeah, what mode? I'm gonna just, I mean, Jerome is gonna know this unless he gets a crit fail. He will know exactly what this is.
19!
That's a 30.
Oh, you think a 30 is good?
I think he
You think
kind
he's
of
gonna
just,
know?
like, picks it up, looks at it, gives a withering look at you, Tsugi. And, like, well, actually, no, not even withering, because this is Jerome. He's very soft, and he's just kind of, like, disappointed and stunned and a little bit
Disappointed
baffled.
look.
What?
And then he kind of just, like, tosses it away, leans back over Biff, and casts Lesser Restoration.
Amazing.
So yeah, Biff, you're your stomach still kind of hurts. You are going to be dealing with, like, the after effects, but mechanically,
Yeah.
you're fine again.
You know, that wasn't even that bad.
It was a blackberry.
No, it wasn't. This is the.
I think they were just out of season.
This is the Archer at the museum all over again. You can't just do this to people. Tsugi, Frankie has definitely assumed that Tsugi is doing this on purpose.
Oh.
Okay, is she
I think-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I know. I would say Miss Foam would start edging toward two of them, and say like, "I'm sure this was an honest mistake.
Really?
It is better to approach it that way than not."
You wanna? Because Frankie could go two ways. You want to use like, I guess, persuasion?
Okay, yeah.
Fight.
I'm gonna put up against like what wisdom?
Yeah.
The being sensible stat.
This is technically wrong, but she does have persuasion. So it should be that. Ooh, 7.
Ooh,
We're gonna see the bad idea.
yeah, it's just
Oh.
gonna. I mean, like, my wisdom score is 7, so what's
Technically, meets it, beats it.
Meets it,
but
beats it.
it's
okay, you know what I'm
it's
gonna
on the
say?
fucking cusp.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
Okay, hang on. Which is funnier?
Yeah.
We are tunes.
Yeah.
No, that is true though. That is true. Thing is, Frankie does actually like trust Ms. Foam, and I think you know what it is. I think that she is about this close to going off on one again. But we had a very similar conversation back in the Museum Hermetica, where Ms. Foam kind of put Frankie in her place a little bit in a similar-ish situation. I think that this has enough sort of echoes of that for her to just listen, just about. She still definitely believes that Tsugi did this on purpose, possibly because he was stressed out from being possessed, and possibly like, I don't know, going and bullying people who are less clever is a relaxing activity for him. Who knows?
Amazing.
But no, she will take a deep breath, and it's like, you are quite right. Let's not do this again. And she is just going to turn away, and she's not going to be talking to Tsugi for a little bit.
Oh boy.
Great work, team.
Tsugi. I mean, Tsugi's having his own little muscle cramps, but he's not gonna.
That's just the anxiety.
Say anything.
Just the anxiety being shouted at.
That's very funny. It's the RSD. No.
Oh boy!
Ooh.
Oof. I'd rather take getting poisoned over that.
I mean, yeah.
Same effect.
Somebody speaks to you a little too sharply, and you take 1d8 poison damage.
God, I hate that just the way.
That is what it feels like. Man, that really sucks because I was planning something and now I get to go in a different direction.
Sorry!
By the way, this is not a criticism. This is an enjoyment statement. As Frankie turns away, he sort of hears Tsugi go, "It was just a blackberry." And he doesn't mention the fact that he's also having his own stomach cramps. Turnabout is fair play, eh?
I
Me
will
remembering. Sorry, go ahead.
I will say if Tsugi does like make a move to move away, she will just like move in lockstep.
Noise.
Yeah, but you go Muck.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm remembering that again. Jerome does not understand anyone
Yeah.
but Miss
No,
Foam.
we're all
No.
just
Ever.
making noises as far as he's concerned.
What? Even Miss
So
Foam
I'm
is speaking
just- I
common,
am-
so no one is saying anything.
I'm just imagining that Biff is like, yeah, Lucky dabbled in poison for a little while. This isn't nearly as strong as anything.
I think, yeah, Jerome's kind of just, he doesn't know what's going on, so he's going to go back to sorting out camp, and in doing so, he's actually, in the background of things, he's wild-shaped into a bear.
He's just
Amazing.
carrying the things.
I was gonna say, he's wild-shaped into a bear, specifically so he can, basically rear up and then slam down on the branch to try and break it up a little bit. So he's broken up the branch, which thankfully, does break apart reasonably easily. And then he's kind of nosing at you, Biff, to try and roll you towards where he has made the camp and put the leaf pillows down and everything.
Aww.
I think at first she just like goes for pets and then realizes that he's actually trying to communicate something.
Pat him on the head.
Nice
I mean,
doggy.
he will accept pets. He will
Yeah,
happily
nice doggy.
accept pets.
Just pet the forest god.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, I think she's she's pretty pliable right now. Yeah, she'll just go over.
Yeah, Frankie's
Once
gonna
it becomes clear.
Frankie's gonna sit with Biff and just talk to her, just talk nonsense. What it's like you said, just talk. It's like, oh yeah, Lucky did poisons for a bit. Maybe not that subject, but like just trying to keep her talking and stop her from getting up again.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was this one that had kind of a purple tint. That was a bad night.
Yes, fascinating. Going to try and change the subject just a little bit. She wants to help. She wants to help, and clearly this is helping. But also, could we have
What?
literally
The
chosen anything else to talk
necromancer is
about?
at poison? Come on.
Oh no, poison's fine.
She doesn't care about the killing. She just wants them dead already.
It's more being reminded the fact that she essentially turned one of Biff's friends into a rampaging abomination. That's more the
Biff does
discomfort
not
that she's
consider
having.
this at all. Thank you.
That seems like a Frankie problem in the
That's a Frankie
situation.
problem.
Just a little.
I'm on the
This
fence.
is Biff trying to like mitigate the situation of like, oh, it's not that bad actually. Like, don't
Don't worry about it.
don't worry about it. Like,
I do want to say I'm so on the fence because I think Miss Phone wants to like talk with Tsugi, but so she wouldn't be there for that conversation unless Tsugi is there. But Miss Phone would be asking like, "Oh, that I'm trying to figure out what poison is
suss out what
that?
it was.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
what it is."
I'll tell you what,
Okay.
the conversation can keep going until Ms. Foam and Tsugi get back. Frankie does not successfully navigate away from this.
Alternative could also be Tsugi's going to be at this point, since the branch is majorly broken up, trying to help make the difference between like the kindling and the whatever other type it is. So he could be within earshot if Miss Foam wants to like go between the two of them and curiously go, what kind of poison?
Yeah.
Oh yes, is that how it was, Tsugi?
No, it's fine. But if Tsugi is like trying to help with the branches, Miss Foam would probably do the same thing Jerome did, which is check if like there's any
bear?
berry like around his mouth or anything. Would that be like a check, or would she be able to spot that?
I would say, investigation or would probably be the best role for this.
grabs your face, moves it
Okay.
around.
Open wide,
In the light.
bastard.
Stick your tongue out. See what colour it is.
What's in your mouth?
Choose faster.
No, don't do it faster. Right, that's a 13.
There are very vague hints of berry purple, but because Tsugi only really had one, you're not certain.
You'd have to
Okay.
get him to talk so that he could open his mouth and you would see his tongue. I feel like his tongue actually would be a little bit dyed, but again, you'd have to get him to talk enough that you could see his tongue through his teeth.
Yeah. She would. She doesn't have to roll because this is in her hammer space, but she would take out the bow tie again, and like shake it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it still have like snot on it or not? If it went back into hammer space.
Clean now.
I don't think it would have been cleaned.
Laundry gremlins.
Okay, I think in Inkwell it would be cleaned, but right now we're running on this hybrid tune logic, but only sort of. So I feel like it wouldn't be cleaned, and that's surprising.
Yeah. So what happens is that, like, again, the way that it's visualized is that when she takes something out, more often than not, her eyes are gone and the like hand, arm, whatever is sticking out. So you see it like come out, about to hand it to Tsugi, and then like realizes it's dirty. Does the thing where you like whack it on like a surface to try to clean it.
Smack, smack.
Yeah, yes.
Can you make a hammer space roll, please?
Oh, do I have to make hammer space? Because this is technically the bow tie, which is in the fumble table.
I'd say, like, if you're getting anything out that you don't physically have on you, like out in the real space, then yeah, you
I
gotta...
think we established that.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
a few
okay.
sessions ago.
Cool. That's a 7.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so yeah, she does that, and then hands it to Tsugi, like, or like, waves it in front of his face and says, "You have something on your face." It's just like
What?
gestures.
I'm sorry, you want me
purple.
to use a snotty rab to clear what on my face?
Like does a kind of side tilt shrug.
He sort of like rubs his face with his hand, like, what did I get? Whatever it is. Come on.
Try a little bit more. It's up.
In my hairline? Did
No,
something
no,
get in my
down,
hair?
down. There you go.
My eyebrow? There was something in my eyebrow? Come on. Look,
No, it's
I'm not having a great day, so if you're gonna keep being hazy, I'll just leave it, okay?
no. You got the most of it already. It's fine. Are you feeling all right?
Fine. Of another piece of kindling separated from a bigger branch. Clearly not fine, but that's sort of the most. Okay, no, that's the most he gives for a second, but then he sort of like squints over at Miss Foam and is like, "Is this you trying to be nice to me?"
It's what I usually do.
Yeah, well, I just poisoned one of our greatest party members, so I don't really see what the point is being nice to me. So just spit out whatever you actually need, and I'll get on with doing my dumb thing, and then eventually you guys will forgive me, because I didn't do it on fucking purpose. And then we'll all laugh at how funny I am, because I poison everybody.
You didn't do it on purpose.
No!
And
And clearly Frankie thinks that I did, but poisoning is different from pretending that something is alive, and when it isn't alive, it was just a fucking joke then, and I was actually trying to make her feel better, okay?
She nods. Sometimes we just make mistakes despite our best intentions.
Just looked like a fucking blackberry. It wasn't trying. He sort of like tugs on part of a stick, and when his spear isn't quite cutting through it, he's sort of like tugging on it, and he's definitely taking out some of his frustration on separating parts of the branch from each other so that they have the 3 distinct types of firewood that you need. I can't remember them off the top of my head right now, but the 3 types of wood: the light, easy, the middle, and the long lasting. You know them.
Yeah, yeah.
No, yeah, she will just like let Tsugi take it out on the sort of branches. She will like reach out like a vine, and say like, I do want to make sure that you are okay. May I lightly touch your forehead?
You want to what?
Lightly touch your forehead. I will not do it without your permission.
Well, that's a step further than most people would go. You sort of see him like really consider this, and he's considering it sort of a lot deeper than you would think one would need to, but he eventually just sort of shrugs and is like, I mean, yeah, I guess if you're not gonna like eat my soul through my forehead or something, that's fine. And if you do eat my soul through my forehead, I do insist that I am gonna stab you with this spear. So like, turnabout is fair play, but I figured that's not what you're looking for. So
No, that's I will not do that. But yeah, she reaches the vine forward, lightly, very gently touches his forehead, and will cast Lesser Restoration on Tsugi. I know mechanically he is fine, but
We want to help
she still
him!
wants to make sure he is okay.
Yeah.
Narratively, we can clear it up.
Tsugi, your stomach starts feeling suddenly much better.
it's so sweet. So okay. I will also give you this one thing. Because I simply can't contain myself. So she's touching his forehead, and there are parts of his design that are plain grayscale, and then there are parts of his design that are the sort of sketchy blue lines, and the sketchy part is mostly concentrated around his face. It's obviously mostly in his hair, but you can still see some of the like guiding lines. And when you touch his forehead, you touch a little bit of like the blue and a little bit of the light gray. There is a texture difference. You don't, in the time that you press on his forehead, don't have enough time to like sort of put your finger on it. Didn't mean to make that joke. But most tunes, like when you touch a specific body part, even if the color changes, it still feels like that body part. Something in the texture between the two feels different.
Okay. She does not linger. Even as she's processing this, she puts that away, and the vine just goes back into the dock, and her eyes open back up. And then she turns around and tries to tug on the branch.
Oh, helping!
Helping.
Do this together!
And may I suggest this might be a good moment for us to have a mid-session break, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do real quick?
I think it's a brilliant moment.
Alrighty, we will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Everyone refill your water bottles, take a breather, do all that kind of stuff, and then we will continue.
Don't eat any berries.
Don't. Not unless you're certain they're not blackberries.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty, back in a bit, guys.
we doing, audience? Oh no, Abby!
If
Biff,
I am like back, but I'm munching on some candy.
you are so valid. Abby, if you are poisoned, it is Tsugi's fault, and I am sorry. Dee Dee, no! I'm poisoning everyone! You get poisoned, and you get poisoned, and you get poisoned! Raspberries are safe. Thankfully.
Literally the other day, I was on a walk with my mom on like a local trail thing. There was
Yeah.
blackberries.
Well, I'm glad you didn't eat them.
I did.
Unless! Did you get poisoned?
Yeah, no.
Oh, then it's fine.
The hesitance of a yeah.
Just needing to pause and double check. Wait, did I?
I was
Hold
gonna
on.
say, is it funny if I say yes? Or like,
I appreciate you telling the truth because I would have retroactively felt bad.
no, that's fine. It was literally blackberries.
Like, it is basically blackberry season, not a couple
I
of
was
weeks.
no. Here's the thing. I was gonna say. I mean, I am jealous that you've got blackberries there at the moment because we've got to wait another month or so before ours are ready.
I think you are technically like at a higher latitude.
Yeah.
Technically, it's colder.
Technically, it's colder. I mean, probably like if you average everything out, it is colder.
Yeah, probably. Too warm. Got little
Yeah.
record highs
That's the
hovering in the
fucking
corner
mood.
of my computer screen.
Wow.
Fun.
Well, we can't
Cooking.
get too deep into this, actually.
Look, we get distressed enough over fictional destruction of the environment. Let's not deal with real world stuff as
Yeah,
well,
we've been
please.
so great for the local ecosystem.
You said it,
Again,
Kai.
we've basically just been messing up Jerome's living room.
Well, no, because guess
Wait,
what?
we didn't mess up the living room.
It was the wizard that did it.
Oh yeah, no, okay, he did get there first.
Yeah, like,
Problem
fucking...
wizard.
Yeah, fuck Marinos. Like,
Fuck that guy! When he first showed up and I was just listening to Kai, because I actually haven't listened to the net finale, so I didn't actually know what Kai, like how Kai acted this character, but I've met him before in other contexts, and I was like, is this fucker? And then it was, and I was so mad.
bastard.
Inescapable.
Horrible little man.
Causing so many problems.
Again, I'm just so so pleased that I immediately recognized him from the tone of voice
Vibe.
you used to describe him.
Yeah.
These
Also-
vibes rancid.
Mhm.
He's absolutely. Can't wait for you guys to beat him again and him to run away again because
Nice.
You're
you'll
gunning for
be
this motherfucker.
even
better.
scarier because you'll be an even higher level.
Bongo sound effect as he runs away.
Oh boy.
The Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
All right. Are we good to get back to things?
Yeah, I should unmute my recording.
Yeah. Actually, give me a second.
Okay.
Just switch back to the Lizz Pog screen for a second.
This
It's a
bug, best
very
bug.
important emoji to have, and I can't believe we didn't have it earlier.
Okay. You're good, Liz? Nope, Liz is still muted. Never mind.
Yeah.
What are you tapping, Snail?
Nothing. I mean, diabolical evil secrets.
What are you tapping?
Horror, and things that will kill you emotionally. Definitely not something that's just gonna be pure fluff and cuteness.
Do I need to threaten to stab you again?
I am back.
Hello.
Hello!
Just in time.
Just
Snail
in
doesn't have to get
time.
stabbed.
Oh, nice. Save the
I'll
day.
do something that will require stabbing.
At
I
some
can already tell.
Wow.
Alright, if we're back, we can continue and,
Do you want to take a second to...
Yeah, no, sorry, everything just went poof out of... I
Oh, good.
apologize if I'm a little bit out of it. Brain fog is setting right back in because...
We can pause for a little
No,
bit
we are
longer
going to
if you
continue. It has been a month and a half since
want.
our last
I
game.
know, but we can take a bit slightly longer break for you just to get all your
Yeah.
thoughts and
Yeah.
stuff in order.
Taking longer break will actually be bad because I have a limited time before painkillers wear off,
that's
basically.
True, that's true.
Okay.
So...
Alright, we've got to get as much game in as we possibly
Yeah.
can.
So I do apologize if I'm a bit out of it. But, okay, back to things. It is long rest time, basically.
Yes.
And so everyone gets a chance. Jerome will hand around various fruits that he has cut up and just kind of hand them to you so everyone gets... They are odd for you, like, for what you guys are used to. They are rather odd, but they are very, very yummy, like, homemade fruits, or homegrown fruits.
Homegrown fruits!
Homemade fruits.
Homemade fruits.
Homemade suits.
Homemade fruits. Well, Jerome did make them himself. That's what plant magic is meant to be.
Aww.
So you get
Miss Phone,
that.
take some fucking notes.
Shut the fuck. Listen.
Like everyone, you get all your hit points back. You have all spell slots back. It's your long rest. Any talking to each other, you also have the chance to do that. Although I think at the moment most of you are avoiding talking to each other.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't know, is the poison conversation still happening?
No, it's really not happening.
So, oh yeah, Frankie's adamantly just engaging with it.
Yeah.
Oh, do I get to pick new spells?
Yeah, for a long rest, yeah, you can
Ooh,
go
very
through.
nice. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do that later, though.
Yeah, you can go through, change up all your spells and everything. You're
Like-
not gonna need them too much right now, thankfully.
Yeah.
So
You're not gonna throw anything at us. We're not gonna fight any more spiders.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
like
leave it
unless
till
you
later.
go doing something really, really stupid, I do not see any
I
more
mean, I wouldn't
combat
put that past us.
during this session. Next session is a different matter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the one other
sorry,
reason that Jerome didn't want to leave just yet is because he does need to cast plant growth again, but it's a really high spell slot level of plant growth, and
Okay.
specifically casting it over 8 hours.
I was gonna say, is it the
Uh-huh.
8 hour one?
Yeah.
Because it's the whole enriching the land, all plants in a half-mile radius will become enriched for a year, and yeah, admittedly, there aren't really many plants that are really within reach because so much stuff just died, but I am hand-waving this as minor deity magic and using up a really high spell slot for it. So
Now consider Jerome gives them all like a little bag of seeds,
Now run!
and we all run
Run, you
around.
bastards!
that would be very entertaining. I think.
Do you really think that Jerome's going to trust us with anything?
No, absolutely not. He's going to come back and do that later, to be quite honest. But right now, he's just making sure that this land isn't going to stay completely dead for the next 2-3 days while he gets you to civilization like he promised.
So like pioneer
It's rid of
species,
us.
it's like lichen and moss and
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
no plants or anything, but like the
It's-
stuff that's gonna have to be there for,
Yeah,
for things
exactly.
to grow
He's
again.
basically just encouraging the beginnings of life again, and encouraging all this ash to be able to be broken down properly and turned back into rich soils, and try and basically get the bacterial growth back here so that
Yeah,
other
baby.
stuff can start building on it. And so he doesn't
He's
actually...
performing the same. He's performing the same function as beans.
Yeah, basically.
You and beans.
Basically.
Me when I
God.
beans.
being-
Beans are nitrogen fixing. They put nitrogen back in the soil.
Yeah. So yeah, he's doing all that stuff. So he doesn't actually get a long rest and doesn't get his spell slots back or anything.
Oh no!
It's
Me when I'm beans. Sorry, Kai.
It's
Please
fine.
go on.
He still has plenty of hit points and like plenty of spell slots, so he's fine. So that's what he's going to be doing. He's probably just going to kind of sit off to the side and look like he's meditating as he is going over and casting the spell. Every so often he'll get up and kind of walk in a circle around the whole of the clearing. But please do not disturb him while he's doing this. And rest of you guys can do what you like, or we can just skip forward to the next day if you want.
Okay. A, is Frankie staying right beside Biff the entire time?
I think when
Or has Biff made her sufficiently uncomfortable?
No, it's yeah, more or less. No. When the other two come back, she is going to definitely behave as though, everything's fine. We're back to normal. It's great. As though this didn't just happen. So like, yeah, she's more or less behaving as though everything is normal. She is still keeping a bit of an eye on Biff. But it wasn't all that much damage. Jerome took care of it. It's fine.
Okay. As long as she is not hovering directly over Biff, Tsugi will walk over to Biff, sort of like, he sees that Frankie is still quite clearly glaring at him, so he's not like sitting down or anything. He's still standing, sort of like shuffles his feet, kicks a rock out of the way and goes, "So we're good, yeah? You don't think that I..."
What?
You don't think I did it on purpose, right? I didn't. I wouldn't. Stupid. I thought it was a blackberry, so we're good, right? We're fine?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, cool. He immediately walks away.
Gods.
I feel like Biff means it as well. She's not gonna hold any grudges.
I love them. He is going to quite pointedly not talk to Frankie, because there's no way in hell him saying anything is going to make this better. She's just gonna have to stew until she's ready to hear the fact that he really actually didn't mean it. He's just stupid. He's not malicious, he's stupid. Which by now, quite frankly, she should have accepted. So kind of her fault.
It's her fault.
Oh yeah, there is no way in hell that this is not at least partially a Frankie problem.
So basically, he's gonna like make sure that Jerome ate before he started, just because he knows that not eating when you're planning on staying up is bad. Oh shit. Well, fuck. Okay. He's gonna try and go to sleep. A 16, and he sleeps. unless somebody wakes him up or somebody wants to talk to him, he has his full long rest and he's fine.
For him.
Okay.
Don't worry about that luck roll. It's fine.
It's
That's
fine.
chill. It's chill. Yeah, Miss Foam is also probably gonna be very quiet or just passive during this. Like, will help set up the campfire and then not go towards it. Just stand back.
She's flammable.
And she will like start picking at the seeds and stuff from the fruit that Jerome gave, and maybe try and pocket/harvest a few.
I mean, yeah, if you
Add
want to take them,
strange
you
seeds to your
absolutely can.
inventory.
Like, add some fruit seeds to your inventory.
Fruit
Nice
TM.
fruit.
Fruit.
Fruit seeds.
Fruit seeds.
Fruit
Fruit
gummy.
seeds.
Mhm.
Funnily enough, one of the sets of seeds is kind of a little bit kind of gushy and soft, rather than hard like you expect. So
Ugh.
gummy seed.
Ugh,
Gummy seed.
that's unpleasant.
Gummy seed.
Gummy.
Fruit
Noted.
gummy.
But she'll eventually just bury herself under the leaves when it's time to go to sleep.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I mean, actually, before she does that, and then she kind of like shimmies out. Like seeing that Jerome is, I guess, like preparing to start casting that overnight. Like, I understand that there is nothing dangerous here, due to the fact that everything here is mostly dead. But do you think it would be wise to sleep in shifts?
Jerome pauses for a second and just has to like look up at the sky and think that over for a little bit, because again, he's not used to having other people around, so he had been preparing himself to just like, oh yeah, while casting the spell, he will also be keeping an eye out for anything else going on. But eventually, if you want, maybe, yes.
I will pass the offer to the others, but I also understand that today has been tiring for many reasons, for different reasons.
Rest is more important.
Nods and just scurries back, and just pitches. Yeah. I believe Jerome will be occupied with the ritual he's about to set up, so it may be wise to set up sleeping schedules so we may keep watch.
Yes, that does sound sensible. Did we do that before? I'm
Mm-mm.
trying to remember. Did we do that the night before?
No, we
No.
didn't. I
No,
believe
okay.
Jerome was keeping watch solo.
Yo, does this guy sleep?
I don't know.
Good question.
Wake me up when it's my shift.
Will do.
Honestly, I was kind of waiting for everyone to say like, and my character goes to sleep, and my character goes to sleep, and I was gonna say Biff takes first watch.
Okay.
Aw.
Biff, you are the one most in need of sleep right now.
Yeah.
She's taking first watch so she can sleep out the rest of the night.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair.
Good for her.
Are we good?
I guess.
Yeah, no, I think she just literally flat out just says, like, I got first watch.
I see. I can go after. Then I can go wake up Tsugi if he is okay with that.
And Frankie being a horrid morning person.
Yes. Frankie
Yeah,
will be fine.
baby!
Frankie will probably
4 a.m.
already be awake.
Let's go.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
that's
the,
where we're at.
the night is uneventful. Jerome casts his spell, and throughout the night, you guys all get the feeling of. It is hard to describe the feeling of life until you have been properly surrounded by something that is entirely absent of life. It's the feeling that you get when you are standing in the middle of a massive empty car park where it is nothing but asphalt and pavement and metal and concrete. And then you see this one little crack where a dandelion is somehow managing to thrive. It is just that tiny feeling of there was nothing here, but now there is. And you can smell the smell of life, of the smell of rain, of after the rain has hit the ground and you are just filled with a smell of freshness. You get that, and it very strongly emanates directly off Jerome, not just the land beneath. But otherwise, the night is uneventful. You sleep through, taking your turns in shift, and by the time Frankie wakes up in the morning, for her shift, it's actually possible to see the faintest glimmers of sunrise on the horizon, because the sky has cleared up overnight, and the weird haze that was filling the air has finally gone away.
We did it! We saved it!
You won. Now, as a reward, you get your horse back.
Oh god,
I mean, yeah,
Forgot
basically.
about Sleeve. Where's
Yeah.
Sleeve?
I have never forgotten about Sleeve a single instance of my life. This is a sign that you are a lesser life. I'm kidding. You are beneath me.
Sleeve is back where you made camp that first night, so you're gonna be walking for a while again to get all the way back there. Again, it's uneventful. It seems that all these spiders and eticaps and all of that have mostly cleared away as you walk, and again, as you're walking, there is still that smell of fresh life from the ground beneath you, so each time you take a step, you just get another whiff of it. And the spiders are gone. That smell of death is gone. You still see plenty of cobwebs about, but even that absolutely ginormous spider that could have squished you under one of its own feet, they just seem to have vanished. They are nowhere there. This invasive
okay.
species has fucked off.
Oh, it was an invasive
Okay.
species then.
Oh my god.
Hooray.
Wish fulfillment.
Wishful fulfillment. So,
Tsugi
yeah.
does what, like, when people aren't looking and as they're passing through but leaving cobweb behind, like within a reasonable distance, just sort of like takes his spear, which he can't shove in his hammer space anymore, and just sort of like collects up the cobwebs, pulls it off his spear, drags around some others. He probably gets caught at least once because, again, there was a cobweb that was big enough to stick him, much less a normal spear. But he sort of like flags Biff quietly, just like, help, don't let Frankie know help.
Yeah, no, she just grabs Tsugi and pulls him out.
You
Easy.
can make a squeaky toy noise.
But again, he's trying very hard not to be noticed, except inevitably he has Biff in on it. But he, as much as he can, while still making a good pace, he's clearing away cobwebs. Definitely not because, well, he has nightmares about it. No.
Fine.
Nope.
It's fine.
He's fine.
It's fine.
Fine.
Just chill.
Alright, yeah, I will say Jerome will probably notice you clearing away the cobwebs and will join in a little bit himself. Not quite to the same extent that you were doing it, but definitely raising his walking staff up and just kind of knocking away any around him. Partially also so that as you guys are walking, you're not gonna like go walking into any more yourself.
We're spring cleaning!
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like you don't really want cobwebs in your hair. Cobwebs in your hair are not fun. Also, cobwebs in your hair when you have dreadlocks is extra not fun, so
Ugh.
So yeah, you guys continue. It's again a couple of hours walk until you get to the edge, and eventually you do start passing over those lines in the dirt that Jerome had traced around the very edges of the border. And you notice that the forest is starting to creep back in a little bit. Most likely partially because of Jerome's spell, but it will recover. It will take a lot of time. It will take years, most likely. But there is the signs of everything being able to recover.
Weh.
And you go back to walking, find the clearing that you stayed your first night, and you find Sleeve
Oh, it's
still
Sleeve!
there, munching on some grass.
Hey!
Hell yes.
Here's my
We did
good
it, gang.
boy.
Sleeve has
Where's
just been
my
on his
good
idle
boy?
animation this entire time.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my god, Sleeve despawned!
It's okay. He reloaded when you came back into this this chunk.
He just spawned and took the ring.
Sleeve is buffering.
Tsugi is absolutely giving him the utmost of pets. Just all over the bod, getting that bum scratch,
Just don't
pulling
give
out
them
the
any
hoof
berries.
pick that he accidentally stole, making sure that Sleeve's feet are all right, and petting the forelocks, scrubbling the hair a bit. Tsugi goes all out when being affectionate towards pets.
Oh,
Excellent.
cute! He's cute.
Excellent. Yeah, Sleeve is very happy to see you too, Tsugi, and does again, of course, try and eat your clothes a little bit because very tasty Sleeves.
Tasty Sleeves.
Tsugi knows how to put a finger in his mouth so that he can pry the sleeve away. It's fine.
It's fine. So yeah, congratulations, and by this point again, it's getting towards it's late afternoon. You could keep going along at this point. You're best off but instead stop, have a short rest, and wait for nighttime again when that path will light up thanks to all those little glowing mushrooms along the path.
Oh yeah.
So you continue to travel. And then eventually nighttime happens. Basically, you'll walk for a long time. I'm not going into Lord of the Rings describing every step that you guys wind up taking, because that's just going to get really boring with the amount of traveling you're going to have to do. But
That
yeah,
is fair.
Question.
Question.
yeah, you left it with Sleeve.
Sorry, Liz.
I like it being like near the end of when it hits nightfall again. Just like, oh, and just like, wait, hold on a second. 10. Yep, that takes out the steady speaking.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, like, oh right, I forgot to call. I was meant to do that later, and then we didn't.
Yeah, but we're still inside the magical interference. So
That's fair.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, if like we're at a more stationary point, Miss Phone will just like quietly take it out and just like press / activate the sigil.
Yep, it goes through. There's no static on the no static any more than the last time you successfully managed to go through. At this longer distance, there's a little bit of fuzz, but everything is very
It's quite
clear.
impressive that it reaches this far at all.
It's
Yeah, people did actively
basically
ask me
it's-
when I put the fucking standy speakies into Glorp Shop. I had people actively ask me, "So is there any range on this thing?" And I went, nah.
Nah.
And I did that on purpose.
Mhm.
Nice.
Amazing.
Very good.
I mean, it's probably like if we're on a different plane, it might
Plane.
not.
yeah, that's when things start getting a little bit tricky. But
It
Well,
starts
that's
to get a
when we've
little
got magic
difficult there.
involved
but-
again, so.
yeah. So yeah, it goes through. Do you say anything? Because again, with walkie-talkies, they're not gonna hear anything until you say something. It's not like it's
Yeah.
calling like a phone.
Yeah,
Keep forgetting to walkie-talkie.
yeah. Miss Phone will be like, "Doctors, are you there?"
It's several long seconds before they answer, but it's Dr. Boffin that actually manages to pick it up first this time. He's like,
Ooh.
yeah, hello? Miss Fawn, you're still alive. Oh, that's good. We only heard about Tsugi before, so it's good to hear you're still alive as well.
Understandable. We are all alive, as you would say.
Fantastic. Wunderbar. Have you managed to find your way to a city or something as anything with the teleportation circle?
We know the location of a settlement. We were able to find an individual that is knowledgeable about the area and is helpful in our travels towards there.
Wonderful. Yes, good. Okay. In that case, then, well, it shouldn't be too hard if you see me to travel, get to there. But we need to find a way to. Well, we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, it's good to hear. You are all alive. You are all safe. Everything's good. Yeah.
Yeah, all safe.
All safe, yes.
Good.
It's not touching that one.
She'll turn around like it's muffled, just like, does anyone else have something to say to the doctors?
Did you tell them that we're all not dead?
Yes, I did.
Did you
Give it
tell
over.
them that we all said hi?
No, I did not do that. She turns around. Everyone says hi.
Excellent. We've done it.
Hey, come on, give it over. Give
I
it
think it's
over.
just like I think there'll be Boffin will be halfway thing like, oh, tell everyone I said hi back.
Then we will do this until doomsday. Quick, somebody take the thing away.
Hands it to Tsugi as he asks for it, and we'll say like Buffin said hi back.
Yes, very good. Okay, Boffin, how are our little dudes? The guys, the four, the fabulous four, Floppy, Gloppy, Sloppy, and Sal, how are they doing?
Oh, well, so Gloppy has developed a bit of a strange new technique. Now, we are making good progress. It is a little bit hard for us to hear because we do have odds and ends and so tidbits of running errands here and there. But oh no, it's so we have identified that Gloppy is going to be needing the paint for most of all, and then we've got Sal needs a little bit of the clay, but also Gloppy is Sal is a bit of a weird mix, and he's gonna start rambling in terms of like scientific terms of going in between or like talk about this. Apparently, they have not actually managed to they haven't done any active experiments just yet. They are still running tests to see what is going to work best, but they have managed to get a decent idea as to what each of these tunes used to be made from, and once they've got that, they can start things of like, okay, if we start giving you lots of this, are you going to start coming back to yourself? Are we going to need to, we can't do much, because your soul's still off somewhere, but
Yeah.
Somewhere, we think.
Chilling on whatever planet it wants to be.
yeah, pretty much. But it's so for the most part, Boffin seems very positive about everything.
Okay, that's good.
All right, Tsugi sort of hums, and he looks back at Sleeve in the cart and he says, "And you guys have found other ways to get the materials, right? Oh, you already transported it and."
They took all the materials out of the. Wait, no, they didn't take all the materials out of it. You
I
guys
can't
still.
remember. No, because the
I
whole thing is
I
that we
thought
took.
Because
They did.
I think
I thought they took
did,
some,
'cause-
but not the rest of like our,
yeah,
start-
because I
start
think
materials.
I think they took the ingredient specific ones because I remember them doing 2 teleportation circuits. They took the ingredients and have those with them, but the rest of the gear and the horse and you guys were going to be coming down into the lab second,
Yeah.
and that's when the teleportation.
Yeah,
thing
everything
on.
went sideways.
So they have got the materials.
Well, everything went down.
Yeah.
So Tsugi's sort of like, so the other equipment that we've got, have you guys been able to find a way to replicate that? Do you still need that? We obviously don't want to pitch it, but if y'all don't need it anymore, we could sell it to make sure that we have more funds in order to get back to where we're going.
Well, the rest of the equipment was more. Well, for you guys, it was because we know it's like cross country trip. We're not exactly going to go to letting go without any resources. So, if selling or your sleeping bags, your food, if you think that would help you, well, it is yours. Do as you want.
So he sort of like nods and thinks for a minute, and then he's like, "You two figured out what happened to the circle yet?"
There is a long moment of silence as Boffin tries to come up with an answer here.
Can't come to the phone right now.
Why? Because he's dead.
And then finally, it's. We are fairly certain that we know where things went wrong. It was an element that we didn't account for because we did not know that it needed accounting for, yeah? So it's a mixture of weight and a mixture of basically substance and everything, because you know, so we had to do the deep test. Was like, I told you what you made of, all of it. But we do not know for certain because, well, we never got a chance to see what became of Mr. Lucky. But we hypothesize that there is maybe sort of a case, the potential that you for plus leave for not the only ones that that got teleported.
Tsugi like drops the standy speaky onto Miss Foam's head, and of course it's cushioned enough that it doesn't pop off, but he looks at everybody else, and it's almost like the lines under his eyes have gotten even darker as he said, "We brought the fucking monster with us."
Hello?
Takes
Hello?
it off her head.
Tsugi,
We are
you're still
here.
there? Oh, Miss Foam. Ah, hello again, yes.
We have heard you loud and clear.
Yeah, really, really sorry, Miss Foam. We are doing everything we can to try and get you all back.
Is it going to be following us?
I do not know. It is. Again, we simply did not get any data on whatever it was that he turned into. It's. We don't know if it is still lucky. We do not know what it is that consumed him or that he consumed when he was out.
Tsugi sort of like squats and grabs the standy speaky back again, and he says this very quietly, "But his hat. There's a spell called locate object, and Locky kept his hat. You could track the hat,
Oh,
right?"
Tsugi.
1 moment, I do actually just need to quickly look up. I need to.
No, Biff has the hat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lockie left it behind.
So it works and just give everybody the biggest shock. Just
Yeah.
give everyone a massive heart
Well, I
attack
was
when
gonna
it
say-
goes off immediately.
Like, the one other. Oh, wait, what's this? Like,
Fuck.
I am
No,
sorry.
I
he
very
didn't remember that.
specifically said that Biff does have the hat. She
Yeah.
used it as part of the little sculpture she made.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she does.
yeah, I think-
I will say, I think we pitched it, but I don't know if we wanted it on audio. There was a tie on the drawing
Oh, yeah, no,
of the
that's
monster
true.
Miss Foam made.
That's
Lockie does.
fair.
Yeah, no,
I
we
mean,
did.
is it like tie a physical tie, or is it like the idea of a tie?
I think it's probably closer to an idea of
Yeah,
the tie.
I don't think that locate object is really going to
Also,
work.
locate object only works within 1,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Could be fucking anywhere.
I mean, Frankie could try, but yeah, essentially all this actually conveys is Tsugi is trying not
Sugi's
to
been
let.
out of it.
Yeah, both Tsugi's been out of it, but also he's trying not to upset Biff, but he's coming up blank.
Oh, don't worry, she knew about this. Tsugi, you're the only one who didn't know.
Yeah.
Cause he's a dumbass.
Oh,
Sometimes you don't get the roles.
Okay, so like you asked about the hat, and it's like, Buffin finally responds, well, we don't know if he has his hat. Also, I am very sorry to tell you, is the spell doesn't work so far. We do have boosters and everything that can use it to increase the range a little bit, but not as a side of the planet far.
you guys talking about this hat?
Yes, that
Tsugi
one.
sort of
indeed.
like looks at the hat, looks at the standy speaky, squints at the hat, drops the standy speaky again on Miss Foam's head, and just
This time she
walks
catches it.
away. He just walks away. He can't. He can't.
He tried. He really tried.
He did really try.
Into the standy speaky. Tsugi is currently walking away.
Sugi can't come to the phone right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why? Because he's dead.
No!
well, it is. Oh well. So was there anything else that that we could help you with? Is that or anything that you need, or anything?
Say hi to Tidbit for us.
Yeah, I think we're all just kind of like, well, we're kind of a bit on our own here. There's not really anything that can be done, but no, we can say hi to Tidbit.
Well, no, what she actually says is tell him to say hi to Tidbit for us.
Yes. I do have a question. Like, this is me, Liz. I don't 100% remember, but I'm pretty sure we asked Jerome, like, where are we, like, name-wise, and he didn't give us a name, right?
Yeah, he couldn't tell us.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing where he knows that the humans in the settlement nearby do have a name for the forest. He does not remember what it is because he just knows it as
My
the
crib.
forest.
This is my forest, so, yeah, shit. Miss Phone will then say, were you able to locate where we ended up in any capacity? Because we have gathered that we are on the other side of the world, but my understanding of the current geography is very shaky.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, we cannot get precise coordinates, mostly because, again, if we do not have the, well, because we do not have the specifics of how the spell went wrong and what elements were included in the spell that we didn't account for and the yada yada yada. Because we don't have that, we cannot get precise. But you are correct. Yes. This is the other side of the world is basically spot on. It's we're not certain because maps of the region. Einquell doesn't really seem like it's all that interested in mapping anywhere outside of Einquell, but for the vague maps of the world we do have, we think you are on the continent that generally Toons know as Littero. That's about as much as we got.
I see. Well, it is now something we know. Thank you, Doctor.
Can I do a history check with that?
Yeah,
I've just been thinking.
go ahead.
Nah, 14.
A 14 is enough that you have heard of Littero. You have probably seen a map years and years ago.
Yeah.
And you know that, yeah, geographically it would be complete opposite side of the world of Einquell. But you're also aware it's a reasonably large continent. And
We
so-
could be fucking
Yeah.
anywhere. Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. So we know that we are, we know that the place exists. That's what a 14 will get.
Yeah, basically.
And it's big.
Right, you know the place exists, you know that it's big, you know that it's opposite side of the world of Anquil, and I will give you one other fact, which is, you know that it is, basically all real kind. There aren't really many, if any, toons in the area.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so,
I just want to really quick in defense of Toons. There's a lot of shit that goes on in Inkwell. Updating our own map probably takes a lot of resources.
Yeah.
They gotta do a new
Yeah.
one like every 6 months.
Yeah,
It
pretty
was
fucking much.
Also, mind wiped a ton of times,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
True,
So-
also.
so that probably didn't help.
We got like 200 years. Probably takes
Yeah.
it takes a while to get out of there.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
pretty fucking much. So you do know some stuff, but no specifics, really.
yeah, no, fair enough.
Okay. No. Thank you, doctors, and we'll message you again with any other concerns or queries.
Yeah,
But-
please do. We want to make sure that you're safe, and again, if there's anything that we can do for help, just give us a ring.
Also, tell Tippet that we said hi.
I will. Do not worry.
Alright, that goes back into our hammer space.
I was
Oh.
about to have Biff ask if you'd asked.
Yeah. She won't forget. She won't forget.
No, it's important!
Alright, where does Tsugi go?
Oh, he isn't going anywhere. He's just walked away. He's
He just like stepped away, turned around.
he is
Face the
leaning on
wall.
a tree about like 12 feet away from you guys. Like arm on the tree while his hand is also on his forehead, leaning, sighing. He not looking at you guys.
That's fair. It's wild. I had the exact same like pose in my head.
Hey!
That
It's
is
the I'm
useless.
trying to pull myself together and failing pose.
He is nothing if not predictable.
Oh man.
Angst.
Gee.
The angst.
Alright. Well, at least we have more information now.
I'm just trying to think. I think, other than, basically going on, like, starting walking, I think
Yeah.
not much else for us to do here.
Yeah. I mean, like, we will get in near the point of where we're gonna set up another sleep, right?
There was kind of like you were having a short rest in that
Yeah.
clearing with
Okay.
So we're
sleep
basically waiting
before nighttime hits, and you can go down the path that you need to
for... Yeah.
get where you want.
Okay, yeah.
And like, good news is Jerome will actually be accompanying you this time, so you're not gonna need to make any rolls to make sure you're going in the right direction.
Sick.
Hey!
It's fine, we got some glowing mushrooms and stuff too, we'd be fine.
Yeah. So, good news is, like, you have your rest, night falls, it's dark, mushrooms light up, you'll head down the path. It does get a little bit tricky to pick your way through in a couple of spots, but for the most part, it feels like an actual pathway rather than an animal trail or just nothing but greenery that you have to fight your way through like it has in other parts of the forest. This is somewhere that people walk. And it's...
Did we keep the cart?
I think we did, right? We haven't... We
There
able
was-
to carry a lot of our
There
own
was a
stuff
point
yet.
where we didn't detach it.
I think you debated keeping the cart
Okay.
or not, but
We debated keeping the cart because we were wondering if we should bring Sleeve with us.
I thought we
Yeah,
I
okay.
When we
thought,
left Sleeve, we let the cart with him.
I thought we were... Yeah, we thought we repaired it. Like, we still have it, right?
yeah, you still
Yeah.
have the cart. So you still get to carry like that much extra stuff, and you don't need to worry about that too much. And yeah, again, you have a little bit of a time getting it through the trail, but because the further that you go, the more pronounced the pathway gets, and you can actually, see where you're going, and eventually, probably closing in on midnight, you actually get to the other side of the forest, and you come out as the trees thin out and open into fields where you can see a couple of what seemed to be like some manner of goat grazing on the grass nearby, and in the distance, a little way away, only like another couple of minutes walk, you can see lights on in little thatch cottage houses, and you can't see many people from this distance, but you see light, you see like a settlement, and you see somewhere that maybe you'll be able to get a little bit more help.
Hooray!
And I think
Weh.
let's end this session here.
Okay.
How's everyone doing?
Cool.
Something fresh.
Tarzan noises.
Me fully realizing this means we're gonna have to leave Jerome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I
say
wasn't
goodbye
gonna
to
say
Jerome.
it.
We could just pick him up and put him in our hammer
I
spaces.
think
him in the
he's
cart.
too tall and he needs to
friends.
breathe.
For him, he needs a specific kind of enrichment.
It would be cruel to take him away from his natural habitat.
Exactly.
You got family here.
Also, he's got a job.
He does have
Oh yeah,
job.
that too.
That too.
But consider we want him.
Trust me, I love him and I love playing him, but also, like, no, he does have a job, but also it would be really nice if he could go with you guys, because I love my boy so much, but no, he does have a fucking job.
Yo, one of you
Okay, we get to
spellcast
meet
His sister next, and I'm excited about that.
one of you
How-
spellcasting fuckers better learn sending, I swear to God.
Yeah. How hard is it to make a standy speaky? Like,
Yeah.
how hard can it really be?
Grab a rock, just put wire around it,
Put some
put a
magic.
button on it.
Success?
Yeah, get some magic in there.
Yeah.
Not
Bing
how
Bang.
it-
Yeah, it is.
I mean, none of y'all are conjuration wizards, or charms wizards, or...
Enchantment, I believe,
yeah.
is the
Yeah. So...
What's the other one? Fucking. I feel like an artificer could try and figure it out.
artificer could do it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly,
Okay.
possibly. Like, they can probably... I was gonna say, it's one of those things where they probably really haven't considered themselves, but if you took your current standy speaky to an artificer, they could probably duplicate it, maybe. But they would need, money, and also you'd need to find a skilled enough artificer to be able to do it.
Yeah, which might be in short supply.
Yeah, especially as, I will
Listen.
say right now, this is a farming village.
Hey.
Yeah, baby.
All I'm saying is that further on in the campaign, we gotta make sure that we get standy speakies to all of the main people that we love so much, because during the big dramatic finale, we need to make sure that we call them
We
with
need to get
enough
the
time
band
for
back
them
together.
to get here
Yeah.
in order to save us from the goop monster that we created.
We is a strong word.
I was gonna say, Frankie created.
If you'll even get that far.
Oh, yay.
Anyway, bye!
Bye.
Bye.